And so I'm not ashamed of my baby or nothing like that, but I'd rather just be stress-free, drama-free, because I got all this stuff going on already, and I'm like already worried about my baby surviving and stuff. So I just rather not say anything to anybody that I'm not close to. So yeah. Alright guys, so it is August 4th. I had my second appointment for the baby. This appointment was basically questions about history, family history, my history, health history, all that. I also did blood work. They took a bunch of blood. It took 3 times. He poked me 3 times. Third time, he got all the blood. They took a lot. Then I did a urine test. He was like, the baby is protective over you already. Da 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 da. Like, you're gonna have a baby that protects his mama. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's sweet. But I was like, I need to get it together because I don't want to reschedule. We'll have to do some blood work. So before the appointment was at 8:45 a.m. We woke up at like 7:45. I went to the bathroom around 8. And I was so freaked out, worried, because when I went, I had like spotting, and when I wiped, it was brown. And you know, usually brown discharge or brown spotting is before you start bleeding. So I'm panicking. I'm like, oh my god, like I feel like I'm having a miscarriage. I was cramping a little bit. I'm like, I hope I'm not having a miscarriage. Like I was worried. Told my fiance, and he was like, he googled it. He was like, it's nothing to worry about. I was so freaking out. His mom had already went back to her room, so I couldn't ask her. So I'm like, okay, I'll ask them when I get to the appointment. But I ended up calling my mom and telling her. And she was like, that's nothing to worry about as long as it ain't like bright red or anything like that, then I should be fine. So I'm like, okay, that eased my mind a little bit. I asked the dude, he said it's normal. Just because your uterus and your baby's embedding and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay. He was like if cramping and like red bleeding start, go to the hospital. So yeah, I was worried. I was freaked out. I was praying to God, like, please let my baby be okay. Don't let nothing happen to my baby. Like freaking out. But I'm not spotting anymore. I just went to the bathroom, went to pee, wiped, and it was clear. Everything was fine. So yeah, that was very scary for me. Like haven't even felt my baby kick or anything, and I'm already protective of my child. Like, yeah. So my first official OB appointment is on the 10th. So yeah, that's a little update with today's appointment, and keep you guys updated. Alright, y'all, so a little baby update. I think on the 4th, I told y'all, I had a little spotting. Told my doctor about it. And then on the 10th, I had some spot. Well, I was bleeding. I woke up at like 5:30 in the morning, and I was bleeding like the start of your period. So I'm like asking God, like, please don't let me be losing my baby. So I went to the hospital. They ran all the tests. Baby is doing good. My baby heartbeat was 154, I believe. One baby, which is good. But they found out that I have a hematoma, and that's something that bleeds. So I gotta basically take it easy and stuff. Okay, so I'm finally home. This is the packet. It has all my information. So basically, they said avoid sexual intercourse or inserting anything into the vagina area. Return if it's severe pain or increase of bleeding. Basically changing the pad every hour. Subchorionic Hematoma is a gathering of blood between the outer wall of the placenta and the inner wall of the womb, the uterus. The placenta is the organ that connects the fetus to the wall of the uterus. The placenta performs the feeding, breathing oxygen to the fetus, and waste removal of the fetus. So basically, this hematoma, bleeding, hemorrhage, or whatever, is basically the risk of my placenta detaching completely from the wall. This means I'm at high risk of a miscarriage, because once the placenta disconnects from the wall, your baby does no longer gets any oxygen or anything. So that's very scary. So okay, so it's right here. Baby heartbeat is actually 152 beats per minute. And my hemorrhage, it measures 2.5 by 0.8 by 3.5 centimeters. And the gestational sac that the baby is in is 2.83 centimeters. So it's almost the size of the sac, which is scary because that's big. But I mean, I have high hopes, and I got a feeling that my baby's gonna be just fine. Like they said, these things, they end up going away eventually on their own. So I've been taking it easy. I've been resting. Like, I've still been working and stuff, but I haven't been like going as hard as I do, because I want to give my baby a fighting chance to be here in this world. Even though this world is very crazy, I still want my baby to survive, you know? So I'm doing everything that I can to make sure that my baby gets a fighting chance. I haven't been bleeding or anything since that day, which is amazing. I'm like trying to limit, the stress, because that night before, I was pissed off. Like, a family member said some smart comments, him and some other guy, to me, and made me feel some type of way. And I was like pissed off, and I came home and I told my mom and stuff, and my dad, he knew. And I'm just like, I just cut them off. Like, you give a person chance after chance after chance, and they keep doing the same thing. I don't have to, like, I'm not just worrying about myself anymore. I have a human being that's depending on me to not be stressed out and stuff, to make sure that they make it, you know? So they're completely cut off. I'm done with them. Forgive you, I love you, but I'd rather not have a relationship. Didn't really have one anyway to begin with, so yeah. So I'm gonna be updating. I'm gonna be like uploading these videos and stuff on my YouTube channel, but by the time I update them or upload them, I'm probably already having a baby, or I might be like 8 months about to deliver. I want to be on some Kylie Jenner type of shit. I know she ain't the first one that hid her pregnancy or whatever, but I'd rather not have a bunch of people in my business, and I want to be stress-free. And with me to be stress-free, I'm just not going to tell people, okay? Instead of the people that's super close to me, because I'm not going to be around people like that for them to know that I'm pregnant. And plus, I'm not a skinny girl, so they just gonna think I gained all my weight back. So So that's good. Now, if I was super skinny, you know, that'd be hard to hide. But I'm still, I ordered some big clothes like these. These are like 3X. I'm in an extra large. I already got like big oversized clothes to like hide my bump and stuff. Like, I'm not showing right now. Hello, something, but it ain't like, oh my gosh, she's pregnant. You know, it's just like bloating. It could pass for period time. So, yeah. And so I'm not ashamed of my baby or nothing like that, but I'd rather just be stress-free, drama-free, because I got all this stuff going on already, and I'm like already worried about my baby surviving and stuff. So I just rather not say anything to anybody that I'm not close to. So yeah. Okay, y'all. So a little update. So I had my first initial OB appointment on the 15th. She did my pap smear and all that. She's super sweet. Like, my OB doctor is super sweet. I told her, you know, I went to the hospital and they said that I had a subchorionic hematoma, and she basically reassured me that those things reabsorb their cells, and the body reabsorbs them, and basically not to worry too much. And she was like super sweet, went over all my blood work test results with me, and hold on. And yeah, I'm at my sister's school, and I'm trying to, like, you know, move up far enough. But yeah, they did that. The appointment went really good, like I said, and yeah, she told me my ultrasound will be in like 2 weeks. The people supposed to call if they don't call in 2 weeks. Then to let her know, because they're supposed to call. I just hate that they don't do them there, but you know, it is what it is. I had my eye doctor appointment today, and I got this syndrome called where what do you call it? My eyes are like a regular eye is like circular. My eyes are like pointing up like a cone now. So I have an appointment on the 30th. I forgot what it's called. I will put it in. I got an appointment on the 30th, and it's basically for my consultation for my surgery. And I was asking my eye doctor, like, can I get that surgery while I'm pregnant? And he was like, you know, he really don't know, to ask the surgeon. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how that goes. Yeah.